Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. It's that time again, folks. We're going to talk about how to buy Microsoft Access 2025 edition. I keep getting emails from people saying I can't find Access anywhere, or it didn't come with my version of Office. Just got another email about that this morning. So this video is going to clear up that confusion. I will say this about Microsoft. I love their products. I basically spent the last 30 years of my life working with Microsoft Access, but their website and their marketing, all the different types of licensing and versions, it can be confusing even to me. Now, disclaimer, before we get started, it's currently February of 2025, so any prices that you see listed in this video are subject to change. Check my website for updates. I try to post them on this page right here, this guy. And of course, I'll put a link down below. I also want to take a moment to say that yes, Microsoft Access is still here. It's still alive and well. I still get comments from people all the time saying, oh, my IT department says we're not supporting Access anymore because Microsoft is killing it. No, they're not. As Mark Twain and even Captain Kirk once said, the rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Same goes for Access. It's not going anywhere. We'll talk more about this at the end of the video. All right, so what are your different options? Well, option number one is a subscription. They call it Microsoft 365. It used to be called Office 365. There are several different subscription types available. Access is included in Business Standard, Business Premium, Apps for Business, E3 and E5, the enterprise plans. It is not included in Business Basic and Frontline F1 and F3, whatever those are. The best value as far as the subscriptions go, I think, is the Apps for Business. This is the one that I currently use. All right. Now, Microsoft hinted about adding a $5 upcharge for Copilot AI. As of today, the price remains the same. Again, we'll talk more about this toward the end of the video. And there is a weird quirk on their website. Access doesn't always show up, but if you click buy now, you'll see it. Come on, Microsoft, you got to fix this. All right, you go to Microsoft's website. I'll give you a link to all of this stuff down below, by the way. If you scroll down, you'll see here all the different plans, right? Business Basic, Business Standard, Business Premium. This is the one you want right here. This is the one I recommend. Obviously, if you need other stuff, that's fine. If you scroll down, you see this stuff. Look at this. Oh, great. Where's Access, Microsoft? Please, come on. Put it back on this list, okay? People email me all the time saying they can't find it. But guess what? If you come up here and click Buy Now, all right, ask how many people it's for, all this stuff. If you scroll down, oh, look, there it is. So Microsoft, please, I beg you, put this back on the page before this so people stop emailing me, asking me where it is. All right, but a lot of people tell me, hey, I hate subscription fees. Okay, that's fine. Option two, one-time purchase. This is what software used to be like before everybody went to subscription models. And personally, I don't care. I like the subscription model myself. I do, but that's just my preference. I know a lot of businesses prefer that one, that upfront cost. All right, so as of right now, Access 2024, you can buy it as a standalone by itself. It's $180. Is that expensive? You do the math. It breaks even after about 21 months, all right, compared to the $8.25 a month subscription. So if you plan on buying it and using it for 3 or 4 years, you'll save money. All right, it's got a 5-year lifespan in which you will get upgrades for free. You won't get new features as they're released, but you will get bug fixes and upgrades as far as like service packs and stuff. Now, I have worked with a lot of businesses that have used their old versions. I just had a client that was using Access 2013 when I was still supporting him as a consultant in 2020, and it worked just fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Me personally, I like the new versions, but I don't like the very newest version. I like to wait until it's been out a little while before I do an Office update. That's a topic for a whole different video though, but I like getting regular annual updates. As far as whether it's expensive or not, that's up to you. I can see it being expensive for a hobbyist or for a retiree, sure. But if you're running your entire business on Access, you can't get better software for a lower price. You really can't. $180, come on. There is a third option called the LTSC, which is the long-term servicing channel. This is usually for big businesses and organizations that don't want constant updates. They literally don't want the cloud-based features and they want stability over all else. Think hospitals, manufacturing, government agencies. If I had to put Office on the International Space Station, I'd pick this version. It's designed for stability. Now, as far as pricing goes, Microsoft won't tell you on their website. You got to contact sales. I sent them a request, so if I get any numbers, I'll let you know. Now the bad news. Access is not included in Microsoft Office Home and Business 2024. Why you would have a version titled Business, I don't know. It should have Access in it, I think. That's my opinion. Microsoft used to have a version called Office Professional. That's what I started with, right? MS Office Pro, and it had Access in it, and they killed it. Why? I don't know. So they don't offer that anymore. If you need the perpetual version, get Access 2024, as I told you in option 2 before. Otherwise, get the step 1 version, right? And this isn't cheap. $249 for home and business. You'd expect that to have Access, I think. I don't know. In fact, I got an email from a student this morning who brought a brand new Dell laptop and he wanted to make sure he got Access with it. So he also purchased Office Home and Business from Dell. Got everything set up and working, discovered he doesn't have Access. So we went back to Dell and he said, hey, I need Access. So they told him, well, you'll have to buy it separately, right? And they wouldn't take the software back so that he could get a subscription. So I don't know. I don't know. All right, moving on. Here are some notes for those of you looking to purchase Access. Remember, Access is PC only. Doesn't run on the Mac, although you can use an emulator if you can emulate Windows. And there is no online version, although there are some options to get your Access database online. I got a separate video on it. There is no free version of Access. Unlike Word and Excel, which do have free online versions, they call it Office Online. Access requires a paid license. I've got a whole separate video if you want to learn how to get Excel and Word for free in Office Online. I'll put a link to this down below too. Now, with that being said, if you're looking at putting Access in your office and you got 10 people that want to use it and you're the only person going to be making design changes, you can use the Access runtime for everybody else. You only have to purchase one developer copy and everyone else can use the free runtime edition. So when people say Access is expensive, I can't put this on all 20 people in my office's computers, it'll be too expensive. You say, well, you only got to buy one copy and then the rest of them are free. Again, go watch this video. I'll walk you through setting it up. Like I mentioned earlier, Access 2007 and later will still work on Windows 10 and 11. They don't get automatic updates. If you're working on older versions, be aware that some features might not work properly on modern systems, but I have had clients using Access 2013 as recently as this year. But I have seen cases where old versions of Access had weird bugs that you couldn't figure out, and then you upgrade and it fixes it. So, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but I like to stay modern myself. So, you flip the coin. Now, like I mentioned at the top of the video, Access is not going anywhere. It's alive and well in 2025. I've done several different videos on this. I say here every few months, but really every couple weeks I get someone that tells me they heard Access is being discontinued. Especially every time a version reaches end of life. All right, you'll see it posted in forums. Oh, Microsoft just announced that, Access is going away. It's end of life. Yeah, every 5 years, every Microsoft title, Windows, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, they all go through a life cycle, right? Just like the Enterprise, they get a 5-year mission. Okay, so Access 2024 just came out. It's going to be good until 2029. That means Microsoft will continue to support it until 2029. And I'm sure between now and then, another version will come out. Next up, Microsoft said in January of 25 that they're going to be adding a $3 monthly surcharge because of Copilot, their AI tool. But this doesn't affect the business plans that include Access. It's just the home and business ones we talked about earlier. Although, and I got although here because A, I haven't seen these price changes yet, and B, I've talked to some of my students in the forums, and they said that if you go to cancel your subscription, Microsoft will offer to remove it for you without that upcharge. But I can't verify that. This is just what I've heard. So do what you will with that information. I did see, though, that effective April 2025, they're adding a 5% increase if you pay monthly versus yearly. So I would suggest lock in that annual rate. All right, let's talk about some things to be careful about. There's a lot of fake copies of Microsoft Office and Microsoft Access all over the interwebs. All right, I did some Google searches this morning, and there's still a lot of stuff out there. Some websites claim to sell official boxed copies of Access, but I don't think Microsoft makes an official boxed copy of Access 2024. I tried to find one. It's not on Amazon. And these ones here, yeah, I just grabbed them off some websites that I found. I don't think they're real. You can see that the spines the perspective is off on them. That one I used in the title slide, yeah, it's not real. You can see, it kind of looks a little fake if you look closely at it. So I would strongly suggest if you're going to buy Access or buy a subscription, buy direct from Microsoft. And again, I'll give you links down below. And also be careful if you do shop on Amazon. There's a lot of stuff that looks like it's official Microsoft stuff, but it's not. I don't know how a lot of these people don't get sued, but it's there. Also be careful. There's some YouTube videos out there that claim that you can download Access for free. What they're doing is using a corporate version that doesn't require a product key, and they let you activate them with fake licenses. This is illegal and can get your software deactivated and could even land you in legal trouble. Now, this is just a Google search. I'm not saying that these other videos are anything bad. In fact, hey, mine's on the bottom down here. Look at that. This is my video that talks about getting the Access runtime for free so that everybody else in your office can use it. But there are some questionable tutorials out there. Here's my other video talking about that download scam, so be careful about that. You also want to be careful about Access alternatives. A lot of companies out there, if you search for Microsoft Access, sometimes the top sponsored content comes back as an alternative to Microsoft Access. So for people that are actually looking for legit Microsoft Access, they sometimes fall into these websites. And again, I'm not saying anything negative about these companies here. This is just a list of the Google results that come up. In fact, I've played with Airtable myself. I kind of like it. It's a great tool for online database building. But as far as desktop databases, nothing beats Microsoft Access. There's no other product on the web or in the world that compares. If you find a product that is a better desktop database application than Access, I want you to let me know about it, and I will try it out and let you know what I think. All right, so you've purchased your edition of Microsoft Access. Now what? Now what do you do? Well, now you got to learn how to use it, and that's where I come in. I've got a complete Microsoft Access beginner level 1 tutorial. It's 4 hours long. It's absolutely free. You'll find it on my website at the link shown. It's also on my YouTube channel. Watch that. That'll get you started building databases in Microsoft Access day 1. And after that, on my website, I literally have hundreds of hours of additional training available, all the way up through the developer level. And of course, I've got my daily Access tech help videos like this one, where I talk about all kinds of stuff. I try to post a new one every weekday. Make sure you subscribe to my mailing list to get more information on that. I would also like to give a shout out to Access Forever. The guys over at Access Forever. It's .org, not .com. Go to .org. They post a lot of great articles, but they also keep an updated page here on the plans that include Access. This was just recently updated in October. So they will update their stuff before I will. In fact, I usually get my updates from them. So check out this page. I'll put a link to it down below. Thanks to Carl and everybody over at accessforever.org for keeping us in the loop. All right, so there you go. There is your 2025 edition of How to Buy Microsoft Access. Hopefully, I won't have to update this again until 2029, I'm guessing. Well, let's see. 21 was the last time they did an update, and then 19 before that. So, I don't know, maybe 2026 or 7, they might come out with another version. We'll see. It's Microsoft. I love them, but who knows what they're going to do, right? But in any case, that's going to be your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. A special thank you and shout out to our diamond sponsors. Juan Soto with Access Experts Software Solutions, manufacturing experts specializing in Access and SQL Server. Sammy Shama with Shama Consultancy, a certified Microsoft Access expert who offers personalized one-on-one tutoring. And Amanda Nicole Consulting, specializing in helping businesses move from complex Excel sheets to an Access database. You'll find links to the diamond sponsors in the description down below the video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the tech help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any tech help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for tech help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.